totally bringing it up.
Oh dear.
Yes! This is our
Hi.
first Instagram
I was
live.
like, I'm here. Why can't they see me? I've been
Oh
here.
my
I was
god,
like, I'm
this
here.
is our first one. Hold on. There we go. I didn't know if I was even doing the Instagram live right. Sorry about that.
That's okay. All good. I know it's like a scary thing.
I know. How are you?
I'm good. I love your setup. This is so legit.
We did that for you.
You guys are so fancy. I'm honored.
Well, I appreciate. I don't know about like fancy. We're all right. We're not like fancy. So I'm Shorty. I do the afternoon show here on B93.7, and this is Miranda. She does our night show on B93.7.
Hi.
So I told Miranda, I was like, "Hey, I'm interviewing Sophia," and she was like, "I'll be there, absolutely."
Oh, thank you guys. I'm really happy to be talking to you guys. How's everything over there?
What's okay, you know. We're probably like closer than we should be, obviously, right now. But we're
Yeah, I
all.
was gonna say that's not 6 feet.
I know. We're all doing what we need to do. How's it with you as far as the COVID-19 stuff? Like, what is life been like for you?
You know, I feel like we're all in the same boat. We're all taking it day by day. I'm lucky that I can work from home. It's a privilege. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I'm here with my sister and our dog, Joey. We're both just working from home. And, you know, I really can't wait for this all to be over so I can fly home and see my parents. But I can't complain. Can't complain. We're healthy and we're home.
Where are you staying right now? Are you in LA?
I am in LA. I'm in LA, yeah.
So is it weird? Like, I mean, because LA traffic is absolutely a nightmare every time, all the time. Like, is it weird to like just?
It is weird.
Have to go out? Have you had
really
to go out
weird.
and you could just like, yeah, you've been able to go out and just fly down the road?
I haven't done that much driving, but the day of my birthday a few weeks ago, I wanted to just kind of drive towards the beach. And it was a Friday afternoon, like right at 5 o'clock. And it would have been impossible any other day to, you know, drive down to the beach at 5 o'clock on Friday. And there wasn't a single car on the road. So that's definitely a little weird. But like they say, the earth is also kind of taking a break from all of this, right? Because there's less cars on the road, less pollution, etc. So that's kind of a positive.
I saw in like Italy where like water's clearing up, and like it's like so weird how like we're now all staying indoors. So it's like you see the earth kind of
Healing.
Transforming into something we haven't seen in quite a while.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. It really is incredible.
So let's talk about the single, I Love You. We're actually playing it here on B93.7.
Oh, thank you guys.
I don't even care if he's watching. I'm going to say it. Your song is better than Drake's Tootsie Pop or whatever that song is. I'm saying it. Bro, I'm for real. I don't care if Drake sees this. I saw Drake's song. Nope. She's like, I don't want to be part of this. But seriously, like, well, you know what I love about your song is that it's like, especially right now, we need like this up-tempo, like positive song. And I think maybe I hate Drake's song because I can't dance. So that's part of it. Do you like Drake's song?
It's okay. For TikTok, it's okay.
Can you do the dance?
No.
You can?
No, I don't dance.
We're going to teach you. Can you do the, what is it called? Tootsie? What is it called?
Wait, this is, I hope somebody's recording this because I have to put this, like, I'm going to save this forever and ever.
You don't, wait, you've never heard this Drake song?
No, I have.
Okay.
I have. Of course.
You want Drake to see this guy, like, say, I hate that song, and then a million people, like, blasting, right?
Oh, my gosh. I really appreciate what you said. That's really, really sweet of you. Thank you. And
Sure.
It has been really cool to, you know, especially in this moment to have music out right now. Like you say, I feel like right now we all need music and we need positivity and it's connected us and it's united us and it's given us hope and a reason to smile and laugh. So for my song to be a small part of that is really special.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like, the first couple of weeks when COVID, like, started happening, of course, we were all kind of, like, glued to the news. Like,
yeah,
what is this? But honestly, I even find myself, like where I'm like, I can't watch anymore. I just want to find something like
an escape,
another outlet, you know.
Absolutely. So I love that you said that, and thank you for playing my song and for loving it. It really means a lot.
She's like, that kid is so gonna get roasted by Drake later. What's the meaning behind the song? Like, where'd you come up with this?
So when Rehab and I were, you know, listening to music and kind of brainstorming on what our next song should be together, he played me kind of a rough version of I Love You. And it had the chorus, it didn't have the verses yet. And there was something about the melody and the rhythm and how simple the chorus was written that just really captured me. And like you say, it tells such a beautiful story. And it became a song about falling in love with a love that doesn't love you back. But even though the story itself is kind of heartbreaking and vulnerable, it's like draped on this really sick, upbeat and like rhythmic track that Rehab produced. And that was our song. That's kind of was the birth of I Love You. And recording it was one of like the quickest processes, you know, because sometimes songs can take a long time to record in the studio for no reason, just that, you know, sometimes it can take longer. And this one, it was like 30 minutes. We cut the whole record. And then the process of bringing the music video to life and the whole creative behind it, I was 1,000%, you know, giving myself and working hands-on with the director and the creative directors behind it all, just to really make sure the song was real and honest and true to me and true to Rehab. And it's been so cool. You know, we released it to the world and it was the most added song in the world, which is crazy. And now cut to right now where in quarantine, people have started something called the I Love You Challenge, which I am challenging you to do. You have to do it if you want to.
Yeah,
but
I'll try.
It's just so fun to see people on different parts of the world just like dancing and having fun for a moment. It's really special.
Well, if you look back, like with the COVID-19 stuff, like even like music itself, like the whole like apartment in Italy, like they were singing. So I think it's like, it's a powerful like message of how powerful music is.
It really is. I feel like we're in the business, so we know, everyone knows how powerful music is, but I feel like now more than ever, it's taken on just a whole new meaning.
This isn't the first time you've worked with Rehab either, right?
No, we worked together on a song called Rumors, and that kind of started everything off. It was a really special song for us, and we just knew that we had to work together. It just clicked sonically.
Yeah, awesome to build that relationship, though. You already had that relationship with Rehab, so you could go back to him. He could come to you, vice versa.
Absolutely.
So aside from your I Love You song and your music career, we have something in common.
Ooh.
We are April babies. You were born April 10th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my birthday was Monday, so I celebrated my quarantine.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I appreciate it. So how did April 10th, obviously you were quarantined. How did you celebrate your birthday?
You know, my birthday is April 10th and my mom's is April 8th. And every year we're always together for our birthdays. And my parents are in Florida, so they're on the other side of the country. So before our birthdays, we had kind of said that we were going to kind of postpone because it felt weird to celebrate anything and we would just celebrate when we could be together. But to be honest, I think it was just what we're all going through right now has made us realize that all that really matters is being healthy and love and feeling loved by our family. And on that day, on my birthday, my sister just made it so special. She at midnight, she came into my room singing happy birthday with like, I eat a lot of apples, kind of an inside joke. She had like an apple and a candle on it and she was singing happy birthday. And then the next morning she had like happy birthday written on the windows and flowers and balloons everywhere. And I can't cook, but she's an amazing cook. And she made like a special menu where she was like, whatever you want to eat, I'll make for you. It was just like a really special day. And fans who are here with me right now, they made it so, the amount of videos and photos and messages and letters that I received, it was just a day full of love, you know, and I felt so grateful, so grateful.
By the way, I want to say, Miranda, I know you're starstruck right now, but anytime you'd like to ask a question, like,
it's okay.
No!
I see her eyes in the video just like, she's there on camera in front of me.
You're so sweet.
Just a little excited, no big deal.
So
thank you.
We had a couple friends text you some questions. Would you like to?
Yeah, so I have a lot of friends who are Disney nerds, of course. So
ooh, yeah, me too.
I have to ask you some of their Disney questions.
Okay, bring it on.
One of my favorites that they ask, because I feel like I already know the answer to this because he seems such a wonderful human being. But tell us what it's like to work with Kenny Ortega.
Oh, he really is exactly what you would imagine him to be, and even more so. Kenny is not only a brilliant director and just an iconic artist, but his soul and his heart is so beautiful. And, you know, he really made the Descendants experience, which already was, oh, whoa, this is so cool. What's going on back there?
That's the TV. I'm over here like trying. I was over here and so It just went on a screensaver, so I'm like looking back at the people that are like.
Oh, all good.
I'm like,
I thought
guys.
it was some fancy slide. I was like, you guys are so legit.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Kenny
Sorry,
is incredible, and I adore him, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have worked with him, and we'll be in each other's lives for the rest of our lives, and I'll cherish every moment with him. He's so special.
I love that he supports all of you, no matter what you're doing, whether it's something with Disney or not. He's just always so supportive.
He treated us like his kids. We became like a family.
Yeah.
So wait, so I need to know, like, were your parents into acting and singing, or is this just like
No, my mom and dad.
Like a bug?
Well, my mom always was like, music was a huge part of our lives, even though they didn't professionally do music. We were just always listening to amazing music growing up. My dad used to play piano. I just remember always listening to amazing music. Like, my mom introduced me to, Elvis, the Beatles, Frank Sinatra,
Right.
the Police. My dad always 80s rock and roll. Was like, we just loved music. But I remember knowing that I was going to do this for the rest of my life before I could even like formulate words, if that makes sense. Like, it was just always who I was. And I was so lucky that I had the family that I had, that not only, loved music and introduced me to this world of music, but also have supported me in way, I can't even express my gratitude to them, to my mom, especially, she's just remarkable.
So we got a question on Instagram that I thought was a really good question from a listener, which was, where was the strangest place you thought of a lyric or a song or something to go into one of your songs? And I think that's kind of interesting because, I'm friends with a couple of musicians like Max and Fine, and they literally have said, like, I was, at XYZ place, and it was just the most random place. And I thought of this lyric and wrote it down. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, it happens to me a lot on airplanes. Weirdly, when I'm flying, I tend to get inspired a lot, or like on the notes pages on my phone is full of kind of thoughts and words or whatever it is. But I remember vividly flying from Toronto to New York on an airplane. It's a pretty short flight, and I remember there was a person sitting next to me, and the whole time I was just writing a song. But obviously, I was like talking and singing to myself, and the woman didn't know what I was doing, so I think she thought I was like a little bit cuckoo. But it was called Never, because I was like so into it. I was like, oh my god. And I would like sing into the voice tone, and I would like write the note, and I would sing. And I realized like you're in public, so like people are gonna think you're so weird.
So another listener asked, what's your favorite food?
I really love Italian food. Love pasta.
Ask, girl.
Okay. Sorry, I got the low battery.
Oh no. Okay, there.
Pasta, cheese, bread, and so that's like for a meat. Like, Italian would probably be my favorite meal, but I have like a separate stomach for like snacks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love candy,
Right.
and I love like popcorn, and I love like Cheetos. So both, especially right now.
I think we're all craving a lot of foods right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Obviously, your fan range of age is, from the age of like 4 to even 80. So there's how does it feel like knowing that you have a fan base that large? You have 15.5 million followers on Instagram. Like, that's a big deal. And it's in the way you pitch yourself on Instagram. I don't mean to say that because that sounds bad, but the way, I don't know, you're just on Instagram, you're so positive. Like, you bring this positivity to people. Like, you ever think to yourself, like, I changed somebody's perception or thought of their day, or they had a crappy day and I made it better?
I think that's the most beautiful part of my job and my life, is that I'm not only lucky enough that I get to literally wake up every day and do what I dreamt of when I was a little girl, but that can also in some way impact someone's life, for the positive or for the better. And I think I realized that, like, the true, like, what that really means and the power of that through my travels throughout my career. Like, I remember vividly, I was on press tour for Descendants 2 a few years ago, and I was in Spain, and I met a girl, her name was Noelia, and she had taken the bus from Barcelona to Madrid, and she asked she was waiting outside the hotel. There were fans that would wait outside the hotel, and I would speak to all of them. And she was like, "Can we talk in private for a second?" So we went to the side and she kind of shared with me her story. And I won't get into the details of it, but it was we were both in tears talking about what one of my songs meant for her, a song called Back to Beautiful. And she had me write out Back to Beautiful, and she tattooed it on her arm. And that's when I realized that literally through music and through art and through spreading positivity and giving back, changing a life is an actual real thing that happens, and that is such an honor. So yeah, it's crazy to wrap your head around a number like 15.5 million or whatever it is, but then when you meet the girls or the boys, and you just meet the young men and women that are in some way impacted by your music and your art, it means, it's hard to express what it means.
I just want to throw this out there. So my sister is watching, and she is 22, and she has Down syndrome, and she's really sick right now. But like, one of our favorite things is to watch Descendants together. So I'll start crying, sorry, because she's just really sick right now. But she's watching, and she just loved you. So everything you just said is so true, and it's just cool that you have the life that you do, and you just don't know people from South Carolina that you'll never meet. You get to impact our lives and make us happy and have special moments together. So
oh my gosh,
yeah.
What is your sister's name?
Erica.
Hi Erica. I'm Sophia. I am sending you so much love. I hope you feel better. You're in my heart and in my prayers, and I love you so much. Thank you for watching Descendants and for your love and your support. And your sister is the best, and she loves you so much. And I can't wait to one day go to South Carolina so we can meet and I can give you the biggest hug.
Yeah,
I hope she watched that. I know, I'm going to cry too.
I cry at everything. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you so much for saying that. That means the world to me.
So speaking of your fans, we have, so Kevin is one of our sales guys who's off camera here, and his girlfriend Haley is here with us as well. And how old is Riley, Haley? Riley is 8 years old, and she found out that I was interviewing you. So is she okay to like come on camera?
Of course. Is she here?
Here you go, Riley.
Gosh.
You're gonna say hello.
Hi, Riley.
Would you like
How
to ask
are
Sophia
you?
anything?
I'm gonna call her back. I'm gonna ask her a question.
Yeah. Is it was it hard doing those dances in those really big heels?
That's a great question. First of all, can I compliment the bow that you have on your head? Because
Yes.
I used to wear bows that big when I was your age. My mom would put them on me, and we used to call them helicopters because they were so big. It's like you could fly up on a helicopter, but I love your bow. And to answer your question, but it was really important to me because Evie, as you know, was a fashionista, and for her, life is a runway. And I imagined that she would dance all these dances in really tall heels. So I would kind of train myself. I would learn the choreography in sneakers, and then I would wear sneaker wedges, and then I would transition into the really tall heels. But we made sure they were like safe and sturdy heels. But it was one of my favorite things to do, to be able to do all that tough choreo in really high heels. Cool. That was your question.
You gonna tell her bye?
Bye.
Well, Sophia, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat with us today. I'm glad at least you're holding up and a little, you have all the food and Cheetos you need for your COVID-19 quarantine. Well, so with touring, do you know when, real quick before I let you go, do you know when you're supposed to get back to touring, or?
I don't think any of us know right now. Everything is so up in the air in terms of travel and what's going on in the world. I cannot wait to do this again and to go back on tour and to go and meet you guys in person and to sing with you guys. So hopefully the sooner the better, but I think time and the world will tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, well, when the world gets back to normal, South Carolina is waiting for you, so we'd love to have you.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to do like a personal in-studio interview for sure.
This was so special. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Please hug your sister for me.
I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.